What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Yay! So today's video is going to be quite quick. I recently got my visa extended, and I just wanted to share my experience because I know there's a lot of people with the whole visa situation going on where like they're really cracking down on people that are doing things wrong. I thought I should share mine because, well, I'm on an education visa for bachelor's degree, so my situation is quite different. But I just wanted to share because I know I have a couple of people that wanted to move to Thailand, and also we're trying to figure out how this whole extension situation is like. Me personally, it wasn't quite hard since I'm a student and my school do about 70% of my visa work for me. I only have to do about 30% of it. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I came to Thailand with a 3-month valid visa, right? And I started school. When I started school, my admission, the administrative people told me, you need to start your visa process a month before your visa expires, because that gives time. If there's something wrong, we fix it. If we have to do things, we'll fix it. Now the month came, and then I started with the paperwork. So I went to my school have this I think 2 people that deal with visa for student. So you'll go to them and you'll be like, okay, my passport, my visa is a month. I have a month left to expire, and I want to start the process of extension. They will give you the paperwork you need. They will tell you go home, fill it out, and bring it back to us. So I took the paperwork, fill it out. You don't need a lot of information on that paperwork. All you need is your name, your age, your address, those kinds of basic, and then a couple of questions. It's not a hard paperwork to do. I was quite nervous from the start, but after I did it, I was like, oh, this is not hard. As long as you have your passport and you have your passport information, you know your name, and you match information and make sure it's correct, you should be fine. Took it back to them. They were like, okay, TM30. TM30 is something you get after you sign a condo agreement to show proof of where you live and that you have a valid place of residence. That's your TM30. And then they will tell you to make copy of your passport, and then they will also tell you to make a copy of something, I forgot. But anything else any other paperwork apart from that comes from the school. Now in my school, all these things that we got to make copies of, they have a place for it where you go, you send them the document through line, they'll make copies from you, and they will literally take, oh yes, passport photos. Your school will literally have all of that available for you. You just go there, they'll take your passport photo, add it to your document, tell you to take it back to the visa guy. You take all that back to the visa guy, and he will say, okay, cool, I'm gonna add all the extra document that the school needs to add to it, and we are going to keep it till you are ready to go and do your extension. Now they will also give you the option, do you want to go with the school or do you want to go by yourself to do your visa extension? When I was doing I personally wanted to go with the school, but the problem is I was taking midterm exams that time. So I could not go with the school because the date that was available, I had exams that morning. So I had to go alone. If that was not the case, I would have went with the school because it's way more comfortable. You feel more secured. But I had to go alone by myself, which is fine. So the day comes, the day before you go, the school will tell you, come and pick up your paperwork. We'll put everything in an envelope for you, and all you need to do is go there. I picked up my paperwork. I went to immigration. I live in Samut Prakan, so I went to immigration in Samut Prakan. And then when I got there, I was so nervous because I was like, where do I go? What do I do? When do I start? Because I have to do 90-day report and I have to do a visa extension. I don't know where to start. So I'll do anything that anybody would do, I went to the information desk, right? I went there and I was like, hey, I'm ready for education visa extension. She's like, okay, you need to go do your 90-day report first before you could do your extension. But before that, we need to make sure all the documents you have is correct. So she took my document, went through everything. She's like, okay, your document is correct. Take this Q number, go up to the second floor to do your 90-day report. I go up, they call my number, I went up to them. Again, any document that you sign a lease and they send it to you, keep it on your file, because your TM30 proves that you are renting a condo or whatever, but you still need your landlord and tenant agreement to show them. You just need to show them. You don't need to have it copied or anything. You just need to show them on your phone. So I showed her mine, and then she was like, okay, good. I was like, perfect. That was easy. So then you go downstairs again to the information desk, and you tell her, okay, we are done. But at that, when you're doing your 90 days, they will give you a paper like this. Now this shows my address, but I don't mind. They'll give you something like this. You will need to keep this document. This will be every time you go do 90-day report, or every time you go do visa extension, you will need to take this with you. So I went down with this paper that I was given, and then they told me to make a copy of it and then keep the original copy, and then you take the copy with you when you're going to the visa people for your visa extension. So where do you make copy? Outside. They have everything available. You only pay like 3 baht. It's barely a quarter. You pay 3 baht for the copy, and then you come back in, and then she will give you another Q number again to go do your visa extension. When you go, visa extension for education visa costs 1,900 baht, which is about $60. Let me say approximately $60, not the same, but approximately. And then she will ask you, give me your document. She'll go through your document, stamp, and then she'll be like, money, visa fee, and then you give her the 1,900 baht cash, no scanning. And then from there, she'll be like, they will give you, you know how like when you go to a cafe or something, they will give you, like when you order something, they will give you these buzz that when your coffee or something is ready, it will buzz in your hand. They will give you that and be like, oh, go wait. When it buzz, come back. Cool. Done with everything. I'm waiting. Here they do not play about their break time, bro. Like, I'm not telling you they don't play about their break time. They do not play. They do not play about their break time. So it was almost 12, and they go on break from 12 to 1, so they close everything. So at 12, when they started closing everything, I saw that my buzz and another white guy's buzz was like buzzing, and they were like, but where do we go, because they already closed everything? And they were like, oh no, the Thai people were like, oh, it's in the front. So we went back to the information desk, and they had my passport ready, stamped, everything ready to go. So this is how it will look like. Let me see if I could find it. Okay, so they will put your 90-day report in here, stamp it in there, and then this will be for your visa extension. So for my visa extension right here, it says ED plus exemption of re-entry permit. So this is how mine looks like, and then it will give you the date of your 90 days. So my visa was extended for 6 months, so you have to do 90-day report. So that means I will have to do another 90-day report before I could do another visa extension together with another 90-day report. And I think these information are very critical, but I think one thing that other people miss is that when you are filling any information that goes with your signature, I think it's very important for you to read very carefully, because I'm seeing so much on social media, and when I was doing my visa extension, I read all of that stuff in my paperwork, and I was wondering, how do people not know these things, because it's on the paperwork that you sign. But I guess sometimes too, you know, people could be a little bit naive and be like, oh, it's like, you know, daily, so it's okay. But I feel like every time you do something, it doesn't matter if it's the same document, you never know what has been changed in the fine print, because it tells you fines in the document when you're doing your paperwork. It tells you fines that you could possibly be subjected to if you violate your visa, right? Or if you forgot to do your 90-day report, there are fines that you will be subjected to. So I think it's very important that people really pay attention to these things. But I think it's also a good idea for people to get agents, because when I was at the immigration, I saw a lot of people that had to do, were sent back to do like extra paperwork because they were missing paperwork. I think and I've realized that the paperwork here could also be quite confusing. So I think it's better to have somebody that understands the legal route of things. But also with that, having an agent, also remember to double check what your agent do, because it's an agent does not mean they cannot make mistake. I do my paperwork, I give it to my school for them to add the extra documents that needs to be added. I still go over them and make sure that whatever that says on my checklist, I have them. I make sure that if something is not making sense, I'm asking questions. Whether it make me look as stupid as I could possibly be looking, I would rather ask the question for my own sanity than to not have an idea and go to immigration as a grown-ass person and look very stupid and dumb because I don't know, because I was sent to immigration. It does not make sense, people. So I think we all have to be very, what's the word I'm looking for? We just have to be open to learn. Ask the question, even if it makes you look dumb. I don't care. I'd rather look stupid for my sanity than to go somewhere and be like, oh, I was just sent here and be ignorant, you know? But yeah, it was fun though. It was fun because I was so proud of myself afterwards that I was like, I did it all by myself, because this could have went so terribly, but it did not. So that's good. But yeah, this was my journey, and I am very grateful that, you know, I'm where I'm at today. Thailand is amazing, and I hope this helped the people out there, especially the girlies that want to move here to Thailand, all the older people that want to move here to Thailand, to have a sense of understanding to how things work here. Yeah, but yeah, so right now my visa is suspended, so I'm gonna be here for a while. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope this video really helped anybody out there. If y'all still want to know anything about other stuff, I only spoke about education visa because I'm a student. So I don't really want to talk about other visas if I don't really understand them or I've never experienced them before. I only talk about things that I experienced. That's as much as I could do. But I hope you enjoyed this, and if anybody wants me to talk about other stuff, because I love being very knowledgeable about things. So if you have any other thing that you want to know, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all in another video. Thank you for watching. Bye.